No Swedish connections?
No, I was just a tourist, and I went to, my husband and I, to Copenhagen, to Stockholm, to Oslo, to Bergen. From Oslo to Bergen was a wonderful,
yes,
beautiful,
yes.
Most beautiful train trip I ever took in my whole life. And we had a
beautiful.
perfect day. And he was shooting pictures on this side of the train, and I was shooting pictures on this side of the train. Oh, yes, yes.
Yes.
Oh, we don't have a train system. Ed, are you saying okay to start? All right. Well, Mr. Bergman, again, thank you very much for coming to Dallas and to SMU. You honor us greatly by your presence. And I wonder, are you really going to spend the $25,000 on gutters for your house?
Yes, I think so. You know, suddenly you get $25,000. It's fantastic. It's wonderful, and I can. The house is already too expensive because everything is increasing in Sweden and terribly expensive, and I can do something with the money. I didn't think. This is fantastic. It's wonderful.
Will you rename the house Dallas?
No, I don't think so. It's already has its name.
What is its name?
Engen. Engen, yeah. The field. It's
the
a
field.
wonderful. It's a wonderful field in the wood, and full of wild strawberries. It's, you know, when you come there, you don't believe your eyes because it's suddenly you see it's all red in July, at the end of June and July. It's absolutely fantastic.
You should make a movie there.
I have already made some movies on my island, some documentaries, and I also have made some feature films.
Mr. Bergman, you probably are aware of the so-called link between the attempted assassination of President Reagan and the movie Taxi Driver. I would just like to get some comments from you, please. Your feelings about violence in films, and particularly American films.
No, you know, in all art today, you have aggression and violence. Sometimes the aggression and the violence are clean, and sometimes they are dirty. A sort of pornographic violence. I will not talk about pornographic violence because I think it has nothing with artistical work to do. I think is Mr. Scorsese's film, Taxi Driver, is a film about violence on the highest artistical level. And if there will be a link between this situation with Mr. Reagan and this film, I think the artist can't be responsible for that, because all over the world there are people who use art in the wrong way.
In your country, is there any such thing as the motion picture rating? You know, we have G ratings and PG and R.
Oh yes. We have pictures for children of 8 years old, 11 years old, and 15 years old. But after 15 years, they can see everything. But we have a censorship in Sweden, and they cut violence. They are very, very hard when it's about violence. They don't cut a picture like Taxi Driver, but you know, it's not a stream, it's a flood of American and Italian violence pictures coming to Sweden. They cut them into pieces, but I think it's okay.
Have your films ever been cut?
Oh yes, you know, when I was a young filmmaker, the Swedish censorship was very conventional, and I think I was very unconventional, and we always fought. I think they had cut hundreds and hundreds of meters from my early pictures.
Do you always know what they're going to cut out? I mean, when you're making the film, can you say, well, here's something they'll cut out?
No, today, I think they don't cut anything out of my pictures. I think that would be a big scandal. They don't dare to do that. But when I was young, I sometimes made things just to make them angry.
What kinds of things?
No, I knew I show a little bit more here, and that will be cut, and that will be very, very difficult for them to decide how to cut it.
In other words, you could construct the photography in such a way that they couldn't make a good edit.
Exactly. Exactly.
I understand about that. One last question, Mr. Bergman, and that is your movie Persona.
Yes.
Most people agree that it was a turning point in your film career. I would like to know, was there something happening to you in your personal life at that time which caused a change in your filmmaking?
Yes, I think so. I was very ill. I got a cold, and I had to work. And I got a pneumonia. I got 2 pneumonias, and I was allergic against penicillin, and I was ill about half a year. And I thought I will never return to filmmaking, but then I started slowly, very, very slow, to write the persona, because I thought, if I make a picture just with 2 actors, and one of the actors don't say a word, that I think I can afford that. I think I can fix it. So I think Persona saved my life.
Well, it is a great joy to all of us who like your work, too. Thank you very much, Mr. Bergman.
Thank you.
Loved having you here.
Thank you. So.
Yes.
Now you must be silent.
Mm-hmm.
No?
No, you can talk. I have to listen.
I may talk, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. No, that was a very, very strange time with Persona, because I was so ill. Well, impossible. I had to stop we got to the island. We went to the island to film there, and then slowly I went.
It's sin to tell a lie. I gotta take it out. Million hearts have been broken. Yes, because these words were spoken. I love you, yes I do. My heart. time.